just comes right on up. Okay. Now my screen is up. You should be able to see that.
We do.
Okay. Autophagy. Oh, let me get the title. Wait.
You got to welcome us.
Exactly. I welcome each and every one of you. So good to have you. This is going to be a wonderful topic. Aging and autophagy. Can we turn back the clock? And I thought about this because I am faced with autophagy every day. I'm trying to, no, I'm not trying to, I am staying at a good level to reverse situations in my body. I've been told what to do and I'm obeying, and I'm looking for aging, aging to decrease, so I can stay looking younger, feeling younger. So that's what I'm going to talk about a little bit today. Not a little bit. I'm going to talk about it today. It's not a little bit. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to give you the full bang. Okay, let's see if I can go. Okay, so what is aging? This was a question that I had to look deeper into, but it can be defined. It's a natural biological process, which means it is spontaneous, inherent activity occurring within living organisms. And that includes us, such as growth, metabolism, reproduction, and respiration, that sustains life and enables interaction with the environment. We are able to do that. So we qualify for this natural biological process. We are part of it. Okay, and cells gradually lose efficiency. Cells gradually lose efficiency is a process known as cellular senescence or aging through the accumulation of DNA damage, telomere shortening, and reduced mitochondrial energy production. And these are some things we could be mindful of. And I do want to give a little more explanation to the senescence because, through our talks over the years, we have discussed this a little bit. Because senescence is actually when they're called zombie cells, and we all have them from time to time, but they're cells that have passed on. They have died. They don't give us anything, but they do exist. Let me give a little better definition. Senescent cells, often called zombie cells, are damaged cells that stop dividing but do not die. Okay. Accumulating in tissues with age. They resist self-destruction and secrete harmful inflammatory proteins, damaging surrounding tissues. They are important as both a protective mechanism against cancer and a major contributor to aging and age-related disease. So these cells are important. I just want to make sure we were aware of those because we do have them. Let me see here. Let's see. The buildup of damaged proteins and waste. The buildup of damaged proteins and waste, are often referred to as proteotoxicity or proteinopathies, occurs when the cellular machinery responsible for clearing malfunctioning, misfolded, or old proteins become overwhelmed, inefficient, or damaged. These accumulated proteins, such as amyloid fibrils, form toxic aggregates that disrupt cellular function, damaging cells, tissues, and organs, particularly in the brain and heart. And please forgive me for the higher technological terminology because that's what I researched and found. So I thought I'd share it with you. Okay, now we're gonna go to how aging leads to wrinkles, fatigue, and chronic disease. Aging causes wrinkles through a combination of natural, intrinsic, cellular degradation, or environmental, extrinsic, extrinsic damage. As skin ages, the production of collagen and elastin decreases, leading to thinner, less elastic, and drier skin that cannot snap back after repeated facial movements. So you can kind of tell when your skin is not snapping back as quick. Key factors include reduced subcutaneous fat, slower cell turnover, and broken connective tissues. So there's a lot of things going on as we age. But I'm going to talk about some things to help that, that you can help that process. And aging leads to chronic disease by triggering a progressive accumulation of cellular damage. It's always the cells. It goes back all the way to the cells when it comes to these things. Chronic low-grade inflammation, that's a big one, inflammation, and a decline in tissue function. Over time, these processes result in genomic instability with the genes, telomere dysfunction, and cellular senescence. We talked about senescence. Weakening the body's adaptive immunity and increasing susceptibility to conditions like cancer, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and neurodegeneration. So those are a few chronic diseases that may occur. All right. What is autophagy? Okay. Autophagy is kind of a key word for my life because I'm faced with it every day, every single day. I'm testing my blood to see if I'm in the realm of autophagy, because that's where I want to stay right now. Let's define it a little bit. Okay, you see there, auto means self, phagy means eating. Autophagy is self-eating. In the cellular the cleanup process, it removes damaged cells and toxins, recycles old cell parts, and helps cells function better. And this is key because, just like I said in the last slide on aging, there's a lot going on with our cells. And so we want to make sure we make sure it stays clean. So autophagy helps that. Now, what I want to do is share a little information with you that I am faced with every day. Okay, how do I do? You know what? I'm just going to say it because I want to show you on the screen what this is. But what I use is what's called a glucose and ketone test strips every day to test my blood. And you can actually get them. You get 60 in a box. But I actually prick my finger and dust the finger and get some blood. And I can test it for ketones and glucose. I do that every single day. And now, why do I do that, you might ask? Well, what I'm doing is trying to, well, no, not trying, I'm trying, what I do that because I'm getting a Dr. By's ratio, which is glucose over my ketones. And now that means that if I come up with a number that's under 80, I can get autophagy, meaning weight loss. So sometimes people want, that's all they want is really weight loss. But if they get under 80, that's going to be good. And then under 40 is a solid chance of autophagy. And you can repair immune system. And that's the line I definitely want to be in or lower, because under 20 is the best chance of autophagy. And it's the goal for, cancer patients or someone with immune difficulties. But I try to stay under 20. But the way I can do this is because to keep those numbers low like that, I have to have no sugar. I don't even eat sugar anymore in any form. You know, sometimes you might say, oh, well, chips don't have sugar, but when they get in the body, they turn to sugar. The body uses the carbs from the chips, they turn to sugar. So I don't eat anything with sugar that causes sugar. And also, in general, I just keep my carbs low. Like today, I ate I already ate breakfast. I'm through eating pretty much for today. Um, but I just want to share that with you because when it comes to autophagy, it really does mean something to me and for my life. But what I want to ask you all is, who practices fasting on a regular basis? Does anyone here? Okay, all right, okay. It's not, I guess everybody not into it as much.
Stacy was waving her hand yet.
Okay, good. Okay,
She's
Stacy, I didn't see
driving.
you.
She's driving, so she couldn't talk, but she's saying her that she does.
Oh, okay, okay, great, Stacy. Good, good. That's a good thing. All righty.
I don't know if y'all can hear me or not, but a lot of times I practice intermittent fasting.
Okay, well, that's good. That's a good thing too. That's right. I'm
Yeah,
going to do.
I do fasting. Sometimes I record it, sometimes I don't. But
Okay,
it's
yeah.
mostly intermittent, and I don't do it every day, but I
Okay.
do it.
Okay, well, thanks for the comments. Okay, let me go to the next screen. Okay, where you are? Okay, let me touch it. Okay. Why autophagy matters. Okay. Okay, keep cells clean and efficient. That's important. Supports brain health, supports immune system, which I shared too before. Supports energy production. That's important. We need our energy. And it helps prevent disease. And that's key point too. Um, let's see, intermittent fasting. Okay, good, good, good. All right. Let's go to the next screen. Autophagy and aging connection. All right. Aging equals buildup of cell. Ooh, I spelled cellular wrong. Ooh, cellular junk. Oh, cellular. Let me tell you a little bit about cellular junk. It accumulates during aging due to the failure of waste clearing mechanisms. So, like I said before, it's important for us to clean our cell, the cellular part of our bodies too. Because just like we do, they breathe, they defecate, the cells do the same thing we do as a person. And then we get a lot of zombie cells if we don't continually clean out the stuff that's not useful. This garbage includes lipo. Stacey, you might know how to pronounce this. Lipo, Fuscin. Lipo. Fusin.
Lipofuscin?
Yeah, that sounds right. Pigments, dysfunctional organelles, or damaged mitochondria, which we talked about in the past, and oxidized protein. As cells age, they lose the ability to divide, become rigid, and secrete inflammatory compounds that damage surrounding tissues, leading to overall tissue atrophy. So, that's good information to know. More autophagy means healthier, younger, functional cells. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next one. What happens when autophagy slows down? You can get a toxic buildup, damaged cells remain, and increased risk of heart disease, diabetes, and neurodegenerative diseases. Okay, it says when autophagy slows down, the body's cellular cleanup system fails, leading to an accumulation of damaged proteins, dysfunctional organelles, and cellular waste. As I said before, we got to make sure we clean those things out. This breakdown causes cellular dysfunction, accelerates the aging process, triggers chronic inflammation, and increases the risk of neurodegenerative diseases, cancer, and metabolic disorders. Okay, now when you get accumulation of cellular junk, damaged components such as mitochondria are not recycled, leading to cellular clogging. Yeah, we got to stay cleaned out, you guys. Accelerated aging. As the clearing process fails, cells cannot renew themselves, contributing to the hallmarks of aging. So if we want to alleviate the signs of aging, we got to make sure the cells are prime. Things are good on that level. Chronic inflammation. The accumulation of damaged parts can trigger inflammation throughout the body, which acts as a slow poison, contributing to disease. So that's always a good place to look back on that inflammation. When diseases start arriving in your body, find out if there's some inflammatory issues going on. Disease risk. Reduced autophagy is directly linked to age-related illnesses, including Parkinson's and Alzheimer's disease, as well as cancer. Okay, reduced immune efficiency. The immune system struggles to function properly, causing slower recovery times and weaker responses to stress. We want to keep stress out of our lives anyway. Autophagy naturally declines with age, meaning these issues often can intensify. Are there any questions thus far?
I know that autophagy is good for the, like our chronological age can be one thing, but your metabolic age can be something totally different.
That's
so
true.
As you go through autophagy, you can actually metabolically age backwards from what your chronological age is.
I agree. That's true. Good point. Good point. Are there any other questions or comments?
How does that work? What does that look like?
It's through autophagy. And like, remember that one scale that I said I had when I weighed myself?
Yeah.
I was so happy that yesterday when I weighed myself, I actually got out of the obesity stage to overweight. I'm like, I'm not obesity, boy.
Oh, good, good, good.
That scale, it shows a lot of different things. It shows your body weight, your body mass, your basic metabolic index, uh, how much skeletal muscle you have, and all that kind of stuff. But it's one of those scales that you use that can show you all of these things. And at the bottom of it, it will tell you what your metabolic age is. So if you are, like me, say, if I'm 64 and my metabolic age says I'm 70, I got some issues going on.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I need to reverse that so much so that I can get it back down to my chronological age or less than. Because at one time it was less than my chronological age. And I was really surprised.
Yeah, I have one of those scales and I went back like a year. I
Mhm.
was like, okay, I take that.
But it's all dependent upon what you put in your mouth.
Right,
Everything that you put in your mouth is either going to give you energy, take energy away, give you a disease, or get rid of a disease. So
right,
inflammation is what starts in your body. Like Dietrich was saying, you need to, if you have inflammation, you need to find out where it's coming from. You got to dig deep, find out the source, and work backwards, eliminating whatever is causing the source. Because a lot of people will tell you you have a thyroid issue or you have diabetes or something like that, and they want to just give you medication, but they won't tell you the root cause. Why do you have this? Where did
right.
it come from? And how can you just pedal backwards and undo these things?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Mhm.
Great point, Stacy. Good, good, good.
Thank you.
All right, let's see. Okay. Ways to stimulate autophagy. Okay, let's see here. Intermittent fasting, and I think Lakeisha mentioned that because that's something I've been doing probably for the last 3 years. So I'm pretty much used to that, because I'm going into more of the fasting, like more hours. Because I do 16/8. I started off with 16/8, 16 hours fasting, 8 hours eating. But now I'm going more hours than that. But
So
yeah,
you're basically doing the OMAD, right?
uh-huh, yeah, exactly. Oh man, in case you don't know what that is, it's 1 meal a day. That's what it stands for. Yeah. So, I can work up to 24 hours
Mhm.
fasting or more. I try to do the limit is 3 for me. 3 days.
Woo.
Yeah, I know that sounds amazing, but
Yeah,
that's a challenge now for me though.
I'm greedy, so yeah.
Right, right, right. Yeah, but I know it's healthy for me, and for me, when you're dealing with the issue in your body, it's like you got to go deep and I have to do things that other people might not be able to do. I don't know, but
Yeah. You're right. You have to be more aggressive.
right, exactly. Because it's aggressive with me. I mean, not bad. It's just doing what it's supposed to do.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, yeah. So then we want to exercise. Now I say that too because when I exercise, especially when I'm fasting, my ketone numbers are top, my levels, ratios, everything is good. I mean, I'm in a autophagy stage, very strong when I exercise. And a lot of exercise for me right now is resistance training. I don't have to do a whole bunch of what is the fast exercises, but resistance is better for me now. Quality sleep. Now, that comes up every time I talk about anything in health. You got to get your sleep, and for me, it's been going pretty good, believe it or not. Um, Now, what I do want to know is when do dreams come? because I don't have a lot of dreams like I used to back in the day. But I do sleep well, but I don't do that. I don't have any, I don't remember my dreams. I probably dream, but I don't, normally you recall them sometimes. Okay, nutrient balance. It includes foods rich in polyphenols such as resveratrol, grapes and berries, curcumin, 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 turmeric, and spermidine, wheat germ, aged cheese, and mushrooms. Those are some. And then you want to have stress reduction. And for that, I would say, being in a flight or fight mode, that's when stress is high. When you always feel like you're trying to get to the end of something or get out of something, or and you worried about it. You want it to happen. It's best to be relaxed and be accepting of what is and be okay with it. And that can lessen your Stress. Any comments?
And that fight or flight is something else.
It is. It is
Make
truly.
sure you get out of that, because a lot of people don't realize that stress, always heard over the years, stress can kill you.
It sure is. Yep, that's
Uh,
right. That's right.
Find all kind of ways to, get out of that fight and flight, go to rest and digest and chill out.
Exactly right. Right. And realize that, it'll be okay. You okay at the moment. I mean, if you're able to breathe and whatever. So, yeah. Okay. Fasting and autophagy. The body shifts from feeding to a cleaning mode. So when you go through fasting, you eat a little something, you feed your body, and then you go through fasting. Autophagy is the cleaning mode. Then your body starts to clean. So that's important. As we said earlier in the slides, it's important to clean those cells and all, because things are building up. Okay, and then fasting and autophagy typically begins after 12 to 16 hours. And that's like I was saying, intermittent fasting, um, it's not quite that many hours, but like I said, I'm doing like 24 or 23 now. So I'm a part of that, those hours. But as long as you can. I mean, if you can do intermittent, that's good. And if you can increase it a little bit, give it a try. Okay, when you're not eating, your body is repairing. That's important to know. When you're not eating, it's amazing. Because many times over the years, when I talked about fasting, people would squinch their nose up or whatever and say, you got to eat. Your body needs so much more and so much stuff, you know. But on the other hand, we got to know that our body is repairing. And sometimes when we eat a lot, especially 3 times a day, I can't even believe I used to do that. But I did. But the body is constantly working. It's trying to break down everything you put in your mouth, just like Stacy said. We got to be mindful of what we put in our mouth. So, any comments?
Yeah, I have a comment about that. We, all of us, not you, but I'm just saying, all of us. Let me just generalize this. As a society, we eat too much,
Yeah,
and we don't realize how little it takes for us to function.
yeah,
And what we eat is important, because if you're eating the micronutrients that your body needs, if you're getting the minerals that your body needs and the proteins and all of the stuff that your body needs, your cells can communicate with itself in a positive way where your body can heal itself.
Yeah.
But then if you're not, and you're eating whatever you want to eat, and you're eating like the pyramid says 3 times a day and 2 snacks, that's really too much because we're not giving our bodies the time to communicate, to tell whatever it is that you're eating where to go,
Right.
if it's going to burn fat or if it's going to store fat, if it's going to create a disease or get rid of a disease. Our cells are constantly communicating with each other.
Yes.
And if we're doing the bad stuff, it's going to look like you have an enemy there, and the enemy is going to attack your good cells because your good cells, your good cells may not even recognize it. It may recognize it. It just depends. But when you eat the right things and do the right things, your cells can communicate better back and forth with each other and recognize it and not store it as fat or not create inflammation or
Yeah.
not get you or exacerbate a disease in you. Because a lot of people think that when they go to the doctor and they get a disease, that it's like, where'd that come from all of a sudden? It
Right.
wasn't all of a sudden. It was over years of doing the wrong thing for too many times.
Oh, great talk. Great talk, Stacy. Great. That's so true. Any other comments?
Sometimes I sit up there and laugh, like especially like on Thanksgiving, and I
Uh-huh.
look at my plate. And I try to make a joke and say, "Remember, your stomach is supposed to be what the size of your fist."
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, yes, that's so true. Oh, my goodness. Sometimes we can go a little step beyond what we need because we want it. Everything is good. It's like, I want to, oh, I love the taste of that.
And you want more and more.
Yeah,
I want all of
exactly.
it. But we just don't realize when we do that and we eat all of this food, oh, our bodies be like really, really talking to us. Like, have you ever just finished eating and you're so full? And
Right.
sometimes we eat so fast that we don't even realize that we're full before we finish eating. We just keep on eating because we say, I'm not full. Everybody thinks that we have to be full, and we don't
Right.
have to be full.
Exactly.
It just needs to be satisfied.
Yeah. What does that
Sometimes my
exactly
daughter, she'll
mean?
eat with chopsticks because I told her to take about 45 minutes for your food to digest.
Oh, there might be some science to that.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay. Well, thanks for the comments, y'all. Let me see here now. Okay, benefits of increased autophagy, improved energy, better mental clarity, and reduced inflammation, healthier aging, and disease prevention. That sounds very positive. Who agrees that autophagy is feasible? Is it possible to do this?
It absolutely is. It's been
Yeah,
proven in science. It is what it is. Autophagy eats
yeah,
up the bad cells and help you regenerate the new cells.
yes, 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 that's right. Any other comments? All right. Myths versus facts. A myth is autophagy is a quick fix. That's a myth. It's a long-term lifestyle process. And that's what I feel now. That fact, it is a fact. It's not a quick fix because it's something I do every day. I have to make sure my numbers are correct. The myth is you can reverse aging overnight. Ha ha. Truly a myth. But you can go ahead, Stacey.
No, I'm just laughing at that
Oh
because a lot
yeah.
of people think, I'm going to do this for 2 or 3 days, and if it don't work, forget it. I ain't gonna try it. And they don't realize that consistency is the only cheat code.
Exactly. That's right. That's right. You got to hang in there. Just like I know who can relate to this is matter finance. When
Mhm.
it comes to doing things quick, no, you got to hang in there. You got to stick with it. And that's even with our health. In your finances, investing, it's the same thing. You got to hang in there and keep at it. Nothing happened overnight.
Mhm.
All right. Okay, real life application. Start small. Adjust your eating window, which I had to do that for myself. My eating window had to go up earlier in the day versus it in the afternoon or night because it was just important. My body works better when I eat earlier. Move your body daily. That is so true. I mean, I'm figuring that out across the board. You know, it's interesting when you look at little people, like little toddlers and stuff. What are they doing? They always want to move. They don't want to sit down. They want to move, do something. And I realized that even with my mother-in-law, she's 80, with dementia, but we have to keep her moving. She wants to sit down too, but we have to keep her moving because it's important for that blood to keep moving and prioritize sleep. That's a big one. Like I said before, sleep is always a lot of things happen while we're asleep. The body is moving. It's always doing what it needs to do, but it does it better when we sleep. So it's important for us to get some rest when we can. Any comments?
I wish I could sleep more.
Yeah.
Some days I do. I think what I might try to see if it works for me is to switch my exercising routine to the evening instead
Ah,
of in the morning. And I think it might work because I know a couple of times when I worked out in the evening, oh my goodness. So it felt good after I exercised and it gave me the energy that I needed as I exercised. But after an hour or so, you sleep so much
yes,
better
yes.
when
I
you
find that to be the case
exercise
too.
at night.
Yeah, I find that to be true for me too, exercising at night. I didn't think it would work, but it
Mhm.
does me good.
I'm going to try it. Probably go to the Romulus Rec Center and get in that water. I love that.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
exercise I don't like to do at night. Like I wouldn't do my strength training or weight training at night.
Uh-huh.
But I think that if I go to that pool at night and get in that sauna afterwards, I bet I sleep better. I'm gonna try it. See if I can get rid of
Yeah,
this
let
eight
me know how
hours.
that works out.
Oh, I will. I definitely will.
Okay, we got some key takeaways. Let me go over these real quick. Autophagy is your body's built-in repair system. So sometimes if we had a negative view of autophagy, we know a little bit more about it now, but it is our repair system. So that's a good thing because we sometimes we need some repairing. Aging is natural, but cell damage can be managed. So as we get, Stacy talked about the different types of ages. You can be, it can be your body age or your yearly age. Your body age, it's natural. If the body gets up, we can help certain things out, especially when it comes to those cells. Because the cells are the basis for a lot of things that's happening in the body. So, lifestyle choices can activate healing. Hmm, right. The way we think, what we do. Um, Sometimes, you know, we think, okay, I'm 70 years old now, but you want to do something that you used to do when you was 20. And it might not be quite, I don't know if it activate healing, but it might cause a little something because okay, can we turn back the clock? Maybe not completely, but we can slow it down and age better. I love my spelling. Woohoo! Take care of yourselves, and your cells will take care of you. That's true. And I like that takeaway. We talked about ways to take care of ourselves in this presentation. What was that? Somebody want to say something? Oh, I thought I heard something. Okay. Are there any thoughts on these points? All right, okay. Well, let's see what I want to do. Oh, I'm gonna bring us back together. I think I can. Can I? Well, I want to. Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for
Okay.
answering me because I couldn't tell. Okay. I'm just trying to bring us all back into the room together. That's what
You're
I'm doing.
back.
Oh, okay. Okay, great.
Do you see us
Okay.
all?
Say it again.
Do you see us all?
Uh, not like in the gallery, but I guess I can set it up. But anyway, but I just want to end with one thing. I want to talk about slowing aging at the cellular level. Involves mitigating damage to the DNA, boosting mitochondrial energy production, and reducing inflammation through lifestyle changes and potential pharmacology interventions. Key strategies include intermittent fasting, high intensity interval training, adopting a nutrient dense diet, maintaining low stress, and optimizing sleep, which collectively trigger longevity genes. Those are some points I just want us to keep in mind as we go forward. Um, it was a lot to take in, but I think a lot of times, um, the more I hear things, it becomes a part of who I am. You know, repetitiveness is good for me. But sometimes we need to rehear it. Okay. Grand Rising, Miss Joy.
Grand Rising. Grand Rising.
Good to
Good to
see
see you.
you.
Good to see you all too. Good to be seen.
I know. Grand Rising, Miss Alita.
I know I want to share that what I found lately, because I've been junking out late at night.
Uh-huh.
I really realized how it affects your dreams.
Mm.
I have had some messy dreams. And I'm like, where is that stuff coming from? It
Mm.
was that ice cream and peach cobbler
Ooh, that sounds good.
late at night, and not just a bite, a
Mm.
bowl. And
Oh, goodness.
I really noticed that my dreams were messy,
Okay.
just messy. I guess one going to sleep and then right after that, and then all of the now, but my body still has to process all of that.
Right.
Trying to chew it up, and that's a bunch of sugar.
Right.
And it was like, where is this coming from? I saw that's something I've been noticing um in doing that. It's not
Mm-hmm.
a normal thing that I do, but and in chocolate, I'm gonna put my kick it patch on. I guess I'm ready to kick it.
Okay. Okay.
When you say messy, what do you mean? Messy dreams, what do you mean?
Yeah, messy dreams, like um uh messy dreams. There's nothing like positive about it. It's people that it's just nothing positive. Just you know, I guess that's mainly what I'm talking about. People
Yeah.
that
Well, what
people that like what was it the yesterday? It was like, where the hell did that come from?
Well, definitely understand also we're in a spiritual warfare and our DNA is changing because of this new world that we're coming into.
Yeah.
And we experience it more when we're asleep because we're on the other side. We really experience it then. So it's just very important to stay positive.
Yeah, but so that and that in that saying, my mind and my where I'm at is positive. So where I noticed was that I ate that stuff
Mm-hmm.
late at night,
Yeah.
right before bed. So I know
Mm-hmm.
I know the change of what I was doing
Mm-hmm.
because
The
my
chemical
dreams
change.
were very positive and all that kind of stuff. And then I'm eating this ice cream and
Mm-hmm.
junk, and I've been on this chocolate kick,
Okay.
and I mean, ridiculous, ridiculous. Not
Yeah.
just, oh, let me have I mean, just eat the whole bar and be looking for another piece. And I realize I've eaten it already and stuff.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, and late at night, no time for it to process and
Mm-hmm.
do anything. And so I'm just for myself, just seeing that, you know, that like, I wish I could say what the dream, just nothing positive, nothing beneficial in my
Right.
dreams. Not like a negative that I'm killing people and stuff like that, but just
Right.
like what the heck? What the heck is going on? So I'm just seeing that your what I'm eating is affecting late at night, and here I
Right.
am putting a whole bunch of sugar inside me, and milk, ice cream, right?
Right.
And that world that it has affected. I never really noticed that before, but I've been having very beautiful dreams and very things that I can wake up and say, oh man, I'm gonna do this, and with some
Right.
energy and stuff. But eating that, that's not a good thing.
I
That's not.
think what happens in that space when you eat late, you automatically send your body into fight or flight.
Mm.
So
Wow.
we're supposed to not eat anything 2 or 3 hours before we lay down.
Yeah. After
Mhm,
6 o'clock for me.
So if you in fight or flight and
Mm-mm.
you lay down, your body has to do all of that work consistently while you in fight or flight to get that what you ate to the place that it's supposed to go. And
Right.
if it don't recognize it, you just gonna be feeling funky. And just imagine feeling funky while
That's
you
how the
trying
dreams
to
were.
sleep and you laying there. So your attitude done changed already because you laying there. You probably can't get to sleep. You probably
Right.
feeling antsy and itchy and all kinds of stuff. And then there's no rest and relax
There
Right.
you
until
go.
your body gets rid of that. And
Hmm.
sometimes your body, well, not sometimes, your body will not get rid of that. It will send it to cells. It will cause cell damage. It will
Yeah.
cause you to age faster. It'll cause you to have inflammation. It will cause you to have all kind of things going wicky wacky in your body because you did not give your body a chance to rest and relax. You threw it into fight or flight. And we get enough of fight or flight during the day dealing with all the stresses of the day. The last thing you want to do is stay in
In
fight or
there.
flight all
Right.
day long and night.
All night long.
That's where them
Right.
funky dreams
Right.
coming from.
That's
Right.
yeah,
Good point.
absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
But thanks for
Mm-hmm.
sharing, Queen. And Stacy,
Mm-hmm.
thanks for commenting on that.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone else want to chime in? Because
Mm-hmm.
this is critical. We all are dealing with this. We all get some sleep some point at night, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe dreaming, maybe not. But
Yeah, I didn't get much sleep last night. I didn't go to sleep till about 2 o'clock.
I didn't either.
I
I
did a
don't know if
Queen
it's a
and a
full
Lakeisha
moon.
deal.
It must be a
Yeah.
full
Full
moon
all
or
nighter.
something out.
Yeah.
and
And
then
I'm getting and me, I have a tendency to fall asleep in my chair at my
Mhm.
desk, and that's
Mhm.
not good. That's really not good.
Yeah, I wish I could say that at this particular time, like at, let's say 11, 12 o'clock, I will just stop and go. I usually go to sleep when I'm like crawling up the steps. And
You
I
ain't got
have
no
fallen
choice.
asleep. I'll fall asleep on the couch first, and then, and then I go on upstairs. Sometimes Philip is like, go to bed, and vice versa. I'll be having to do that to him too.
Right.
To go, I don't know. I don't know. And then when I go upstairs to go to bed and I'm not sleepy, then I'm just sitting there.
Hmm.
And yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Most
And
this
then I'm
people
sleeping
do.
still,
is
yeah, and I know that I should meditate,
Yeah.
get into
Do your
uh-uh.
breathing because I'm telling you, you
Mm,
ain't sleepy and you open like you downstairs like Keisha said she fall asleep in her chair. That's because you're doing too much. You
no.
need to get your body out of fight and flight and do some relaxation techniques and woosah.
Mm,
Because if you don't, you just imagine being up all day in fight or flight, and then your mind is just constantly going.
Right,
I know
going.
that is how it is with us as entrepreneurs. Our minds are hard to shut off.
yeah.
And we have to figure out ways to shut the brain down to be quiet.
Right.
And
And
the
sometimes
only
those
way I can see
ideas
that
are
is breath
flowing,
work.
right? Like Lakeisha, the ideas are like flowing. You just want to get, and then another one come, and it's like,
I know I be like, yes, down the rabbit hole. Be like, ooh, this is so good. Ooh. I just be and so now Jabril don't get off of work until 2:30. He don't get home until 2:30 or 3. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna work. As soon as he get home, then I'm gonna stop. And then that sometimes I don't stop. He get there, I be like, oh, you ain't even finished yet.
and I take naps through the day.
Now
Yeah.
that's
So I might be asleep for a couple of hours, and
You
then
take naps because you ain't got no choice. You didn't get no sleep. And so
Right.
you have to recover during the day because you didn't sleep at night.
and then if sometimes if I don't, well, when my husband comes home after the gig, then we're talking, so it's
Right.
just juggling around. But I think that most thing for me is that shutting off the food.
Okay.
If I can at least, okay, let me start with that, cut the
Okay.
food off at a certain time, no matter what. And then I can begin to, slow down. But
Yeah. Give
That's a
yourself a
start.
bedtime. Give yourself a bedtime and stick to it. Like last night, I had a lot of activity going on. I had so much on my mind. I couldn't go to sleep till 2 o'clock. And I'm mad, but I bet you what? I am going to get me a nap today because I need it. But
Yeah.
on those days where, you're not so busy, you're not doing something, you're just laying around, and all those thoughts and ideas come to you, that's fine. They coming back. Don't worry. If you don't deal with them right then, they be back.
or at least, or just make a note to yourself to get back to that.
Right. Write
I'll
it
get back
down.
to
Write
that.
it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's
But you
gonna
have to.
always be something to do, really.
Yeah.
It's gonna always be something to do. So you might as well go ahead and try to get you some rest. But
well,
me,
whether you try to or not, your body gonna shut down.
now that's for sure.
Your
It will.
body, whether you want to or not, your body's okay.
Now that is the
Done.
truth.
That's
But you don't want to wait till your body to shut down because by
Right.
that time you in fight or flight, you got high inflammation going on, you got
Mhm.
high stress going on,
mhm,
you got
mhm,
all of these things working against you
Yep.
because you can't shut it down. You
mhm.
just make it like you were saying, Lakeisha, consistency, plan out your day and different stuff like that. Plan your sleep, make it a priority.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think even taking deep breaths, diaphragmatic breaths. I
Mhm.
mean, literally, when I do that, I consistently breathe in, breathe out. I can only do that for so long before I'm like out. At nighttime, I'm like, okay, I'm tired of this now. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I did that on many occasions, and I might have talked about it. You do that deep breath, that 4 in and hold
Yeah.
it, and then that 6 out. I'm telling you, you lay there and you do that, and you won't even know how many times you did it. You will drop off
Yes, yes,
and go
yes.
to sleep, and you be like, well, dang, I went to sleep pretty fast
That's right.
because that
Right
breath
away.
work really works.
Mm-hmm.
It
It
does.
does.
It
Mm-hmm.
does.
Mm-hmm.
It really does.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? We about 5 minutes to the hour. Some of my people on this call did not talk a single word. I want to hear from somebody else. Tell me something.
Give me something good.
Right?
Mm.
What did you learn on the call today? You learned
Give some
anything?
takeaways.
There you go. What you gonna take away?
Well, one of my takeaways was that, oh my, I didn't know 1 meal a day. I didn't know that's what that meant.
Oh, really? Okay, that's a big takeaway. That's right.
I didn't know what that meant when Stacy said, you doing the OMAD method or something like that. I
Yeah,
was
right.
okay, I didn't know
Exactly.
what that meant.
I'm gonna work up to that. I am gonna work up to that. When I get all of my pounds off of me, I'm going to figure out a way to get all of my nutrients in one meal,
Okay.
even if it takes me 2.5 hours to eat it.
That's
Uh-uh.
right. That's okay. That's all right.
I don't care. I eat it hot, cold, warm. I don't care.
And
Food
that
don't
way
trip
you
out on me.
take
They
your
gotta be.
time.
It don't have to be hot. It can come to my plate hot. It can get cold. Now I eat it 2 hours later. I don't care.
But that's okay. Just take your time. You know, even though it's a big old plate or something, just take your time.
Oh
Yeah,
man. Oh man.
I
Have
have
y'all,
to take my time because if I don't, you know.
have y'all did a show on carbs? Y'all probably have, because that's what I need, more information regarding the carbs, because chat said that in order to lose my stomach, I need to stay away from the carbs. And I didn't realize I was doing calorie counts, right?
Uh-huh, right.
But the carbs, it's like in everything. I did not realize.
Yes.
I was just watching saturated fat and then
Uh-huh.
my calorie count. But all the carbs that I was taking, even in the dates, I couldn't believe how many carbs was
In
in.
a day. Yep.
Yeah.
I do you a favor, Lakeisha. I will do a show next week on carbohydrates
Oh, nice.
Yay.
Nice.
and the different
Mm-hmm.
kinds of carbs and how they work with the body. I'll definitely do that.
Oh, that'll be
That's
sweet.
great,
But
Stacy.
my issue is keeping weight on. I am less than 100 pounds now. I can't
No,
seem to keep it
Lisa.
on.
Really?
So yeah, food don't taste good to me. I go to bed without eating.
We have
Anita, I will
evaporated.
say that if you can do some training, strength training versus it will build your muscles. 'Cause that's what you
Yeah,
need
because
to
I
be
have
able to
no
do.
muscles now. Yeah, I'm just different.
If you
Yeah.
don't have any muscles now, you need to do the strength training
Yes. Because that's what I'm on too.
because
I'm losing weight too.
if
So
you
I'm
lose
doing
your
that.
muscle mass, you lose your ability to walk,
That's right.
and that you
Oh,
don't
that's
want that to happen.
happening. Okay.
Yeah, because muscle mass is as we all get older, we have to maintain our muscle mass. Because if
Right.
sometime we get sick and we have to lay down for 3 or 4 days at a time, when it's time to get up, you ain't gonna
Can't
be
get
able to
up.
get up. It's gonna take a long
Yeah.
time for your body to get reconditioned. So recondition your body now, strengthen your muscles now, so
Right.
that if you happen to get laid up for whatever, sprained ankle or headache, whatever, for a period of time and you're not feeling good, at least your body has what your muscles have what we call memory. They call it
Right.
muscle memory. If you train, you could train and train and train for 6 months, and then if you miss a week and you get back to it, your body remembers what you did and it will come back into play quicker than it would if you hadn't done anything. So please, if nobody says exercising, start exercising, start doing something, find something you like to do and do it consistently. And you will definitely feel the difference because you want to be able to keep walking,
I
strengthen
know that's
the
right. I
thigh
know that's right.
muscles and strengthen the butt muscles and your stomach because that is your core of keeps
Yes.
you steady and able to, get around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you
Mm-hmm.
know what? In 2 weeks, I want to do a show on strength training. In two
Oh,
Absolutely. That
weeks.
would be
good.
great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, strength training.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it.
Yes.
All
I
right
saw
now.
this YouTube video and they was talking about what the Japanese do. And then I started seeing a little bit more where people just they squat. Like, they just
Yeah,
squat and just stay there or
that's
walk
right.
while you squat. And I've been doing that. That's to see how it keeps your knees
And
and
you
your
pride yourself
mobility.
every
And
day.
Mm.
you're supposed to live longer if you're able to just, squat and stay in that position.
Right.
So I've been doing that something and while I'm on my vibration plate so I can have like a balance. But
Mhm.
yeah, but it seemed like I could see how that actually works. Keep your knees and everything function.
Yeah, wonderful. I
Those
like
those
that.
quad and those what do you call hamstrings in the quads,
Quads, yep,
which stabilizes the knees.
yep.
And if like for me, I carry my weight in my knees and in my arms.
Mm.
And if I don't get the weight off of my knees, that's more weight on my joints. Every 1 pound you have on your legs or on your body, every 1 pound you lose, you're losing 15 pounds off of your joints.
Mm.
Good.
And we don't realize sometimes if we carry that weight for a very long time, it will affect our joints and rubbing together, getting
Of
old,
course.
osteoarthritis. So, speaking from experience, I know. That's why I
Yeah.
don't skip exercise. It's a must for me.
It's a
So
must
let's
for
do
all
it
of
before
us.
it becomes a must. Like, oh,
Hmm.
I got to do it or I can't get out of the bed.
Right.
Mm-hmm. All
Well, all
right,
righty,
ladies.
everybody. I love you, each and every one of you, and I thank you all for being here. Could you make the show? Thank you. But I want us to give ourselves a hug because we deserve some love too.
Yeah, we do.
Mhm. Let's give the world a hug. Yay, world.
Mm-hmm.
And let's sprinkle some goodness. Just think about being just glorious to everyone you go, everyone you meet. Because you are beauty. You are joy. But I want you all to have a wonderful day. And I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Oh, Lakeisha. What
Yay,
you get?
tomorrow.
What you got
Wealth
planned?
Building Wednesday. Wealth
Well,
Building
Beauty
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
All
That's right.
right.
That's right. So join us tomorrow if you can.
All right. Peace out.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Out. Much